We're live. I'm live. A little bit late, but well, only by a minute. But just putting the kids to bed, really, or sorting them out. So, how's everyone been? I know that the chat is a little bit behind, so what I'm going to do is just double check it all, just to make sure it's all working. It's been a while since I've done this. I should do it more often. I just haven't got around to doing it. Been very busy. I'm just going to go on to my thing just a sec. Please bear with me. Just trying to check it all. Because the chat is a bit slow coming up, so I'm just trying to... Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So, what's been happening? Lots has been happening. In the T800 group, the floppy fingers we know about, they're coming in issue 41. And obviously the issue with issue 27, I've actually just seen that there's been some posts this evening. Issue 27 is now ready to order. So if you haven't got issue 21 and you subscribe, more than likely you will get it. And if you don't subscribe and you haven't got issue 27, sorry, it's available to buy right now on Hachette's website. So I'll get on there really quickly because I've got a funny feeling they're going to sell out really quickly. So, hiya, how's everything going? It's nice to have you on board. Yeah, so I've literally just seen, there's also something else I want to get up as well. I was looking at through the group today and someone had posted, I don't know his last name, I think it was called Mark. He posted that he heard a rumor that Hachette was going to cancel the T800 build. That ain't going to happen. I'll tell you that categorically right now, that will never happen. I just wanted to make that aware. I think I read a lot of the comments, and I think people are aware of him and know that it wasn't true. But I wanted to make sure that people knew that that was a load of rubbish. So don't worry. The T800 is massively popular, and it won't be gone. They won't pull the plug on it. It's also worth noting that I know with all the issues, problems that you've subscribers have been having, they will get resolved. So don't worry. You will get your issues. Don't worry. There's no problem with that. You will eventually get them. I know it's a bit of a pain having to wait, but you will get your issues. That's something that will happen. Don't know when. I mean, I would imagine issue 27 will be in this month's subscription. I know some people said the money's already been taken out. They are behind on their subscriptions, but then again, every partwork company is. The Agostini, Egomos, they're all behind on their thing. And also, I just want to clear up something else. Now you get 4 issues a month, not 4 issues every 4 weeks. And I think there's a bit of friction there, because I think most people think that they get 4 issues every 4 weeks. You get 4 issues a month. That's what it says on their websites. You get 4 issues a month, not 4. Now, in obviously some months have 5 weeks. So that obviously means that you're going to be behind. And I know some people were shocked when I said that at first. That's the way it's always been. The same with... The only one I noticed doesn't do it with is Egomos. Egomos, it doesn't do it with Egomos. Egomos are always ahead. But basically it means that if you buy from the newsagents, you tend to finish about a month, maybe even 2 in front before subscribers do. So that happened with my R2D2, which is up here, and Millennium Falcon as well. So everyone who subscribed through the newsagents finished a month or 2 maybe than subscribers did. So that happened. I just wanted to clear that up because I know some people were like, no, you get 4 issues every 4 weeks. You get 4 issues a month. And like I said, there is 4. Also, as well, it's worth noting that things like bank holiday, Christmas coming up as well, that will affect deliveries. It always does. And obviously, I will discuss on my next one. I will do one before Christmas, and I'll discuss on their delivery arrangements for people. If they want me to discuss it now, just say, and I will. But I'll probably do it on the next one before the new year. Sort of a countdown. What's been happening in the Partworks thing. Personally, I feel that it's probably the worst year for Partworks. Not in terms of what's been coming out, in terms of what's happening and what's been happening. I think it's been a really bad year for them. I'm hoping next year's a lot better. What else? Yeah, Ecto. Yep. My sources within Eaglemoss tell me that they are doing promotions for it in December, and the plan is for it to come out in January. They don't even know a date. They just know it's January. So I'm hoping that it comes out in January. It will eventually come out, but it's worth noting that that it will come out, but it won't be until January. But I would imagine I know that there's gonna be a big sort of campaign for it. So there's going to be a TV ad and marketing for it. So you'll probably see it all over your Facebook feed. You'll probably see it all over that when it's due to come out. I've already seen ones for the US, so I know that they're starting to get theirs now. But yeah, when I spoke to someone on our Eaglemoss, they said that they're doing publicity for it. They're going to start in December, and it's getting released in January. I don't know when in January, that's the thing. And then when I asked what date, and they said they don't know whether that date's moving, I'm not too sure. So there's that. Obviously the Star Trek stuff's finishing. It's being replaced by the Star Trek Online Star Trek ships. I'm not too sure I'll probably pick them up. I will probably pick up some, but not all of them. Am I sad to see it go? I think it's run its course, to be fair. I know there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of ships that they're going to miss out on, but I feel it has now run its course. Now I'm buying them. I am still doing the reviews on them, but I probably won't. I'm going to start buying them in bulk instead of just buying 1 or 2. I don't subscribe anymore, so I'll be buying, instead of buying 1 or 2 like I've done before. What I will do is just do a big bulk order of maybe 6 and then do a review as and when I get them. Yeah, so is anybody else out there who wants to chat? Anyone wants to know anything about what I know about Partworks and what their worries are or anything else? But yeah, obviously going forward next year, I'm hoping to do Ecto. I'm hoping to do the Dodge Viper, or the Dodge, not the Dodge Viper. I think it's the a Dodge Charger. I think it is from the Fast and Furious. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping those 2 come out next year. So, hi out, Mike. Had my issues and had a free badge pin as well. Yeah, I had massive problems with my subscription. They kept sending me one. Then there were ones where there was issues where there wasn't an issue there, and I had only 1 issue, and then it just went on and on and on. So I cancelled it. And funny enough, I ordered some issues through their shop. They came quickly, and then they refunded me some stuff. And one of the specials, they said, oh, they're definitely sending to me. I just totally forgot about it, and it turned up. So I got that one, and I've got that one on there. So I have actually got 2. So I don't really know what to do with that one. But yeah, but for some reason I was sent 2. But yeah, the last the last issue comes out in, I think it's July, the first week of July. The last Star Trek issue 180. And if you're a subscriber, you'll only get that issue as well. You'll only get issue 1, that last issue. So yeah. But yeah, they're going to miss out a lot of ships. But I think it's run its course now. It's been going a long time. Though I say it's been going a long time, it's actually been going the same length as the Doctor Who collection. And that has been extended to 200. So, and the price has just been increased on that as well. But they are continuing. They are going to do some special issues still, I think, as well. Though they outpriced me on them a long time ago. They went from $12.99 to $16.99. Now they're $19.99 for the standard size, and it's just not a price I'm willing to pay anyway, no matter how good the ships are. I think £20 is a lot of money for, considering I've just picked up that one, that big one, that special there. That is $24.99. I think it is. Yeah. So $24.99 for that big special, and they want you to pay $20 for a standard size one. No, it's a no from me. Obviously, I probably will pick them up, but I won't pick them up at that price. That is just a little bit ridiculous. But yeah, they're replacing. They're doing away with it, and then they're replacing it with the Star Trek Online ships. Now I don't know when they're coming out. All I know is that they've said they're doing it. They're bringing out 2 ships. No one knows. I've asked my contact Vinny Gavos. No one knows if it's going to be every fortnight. No one knows if it's just going to be them 2 or if it's going to be an online thing. And they don't know the date, neither. I would imagine it'll be sometime when that finishes, so around July time. But yeah, I just don't know. The XL ships as well, I think, are finishing. They were scheduled to only do 21 XLs, and the 20th one is Discovery, and I think 21 is the Shinzo, and that's it. I mean, they haven't announced anymore, and there was only ever 21 said that they were going to do, and that's it. I would imagine that's all they're going to be doing. Discovery ships obviously carrying on, but once again, I don't know what was the number for that anyway, and whether that'll be extended because of the new series. I think it depends on how many ships, because they're starting to bring out season 2 ships already as well. So I don't know how sustainable that could be. So I'd issue 162, 163 Star Trek ships, and my special, the Soran's flagship. Yep, I want the Soran's flagship. It was the Leku, I think, the SS Leku, I think one of them was, and the Orion assault ship, I think. I will definitely get them, but it won't be until after Christmas now, when I'll do a big order. So I'll probably get 162, 163, 164, 165, and any other ones, plus the specials as well. Yeah, I saw. Did you see the special that Ben posted on Twitter? I'm going to bring it up on my phone actually. Just wondering if you'd seen it. Let me just. He posted a picture of the special, and I know a lot of people had been. Let me just pull this away. Oh, there we go. You see that? It's a little bit blurry. I don't know if you can. Hang on. There we go. So that's one of the specials coming out, and I know that some people had been asking for it. For me, it doesn't even look like it comes with a stand. I don't really know if I'll get that one or not. I probably will. But yeah, the Star Trek busts. So I won one from a competition on Facebook. So there's Wolf up there. Let me get him down. So there's Wolf. These have been cancelled as well. I know that they were going to be doing, I think they wanted to do quite a lot of these, but this has been cancelled as well due to poor sales. I weren't going to get them, and I still ain't. But he's actually very well sculpted. He's actually a really good one. I was impressed once because one, it was free, and two, because I was just impressed because of it, you know. So, but yeah, I'm going to bring out a video on Star Trek stuff actually while I'm talking about it. I'm just going to put this back in a second. Because I'll explain it sort of quickly, but I'm going to bring out a video about it. But basically, the next year is going to be massive for Star Trek. So we've got Discovery Season 3. We've got the Picard series, Lower Decks, the animated series, all coming out next year. Yet not a lot of merchandise. Ben mentioned that they are going to be doing Picard ships and Lower Deck ships. They won't be until at least 2021. You can see Picard up there. That's my 1/6 scale Picard from Quantum Mechanics, or QMX. They're not bringing out any more Star Trek stuff. So they've done the TOS ones. They've done Picard. Now they're not. They've sort of cancelled the 1/6 scale Star Trek line, which is really. I was quite a bit annoyed about that because I was really looking forward to them. They had so many in the pipeline, but they've cancelled it. And also, obviously, I'll be doing a video on all this, so keep an eye on my videos. But yeah, also Diamond Select brought out Picard and a Kirk figure. They've cancelled the rest. They were going to do more, but they're not. They've sort of cancelled the line. They also did Diamond Select Kirk and Spock from the Star Trek movies, the 2009 movie. They cancelled that line as well. All I know that Quantum Mechanics are doing is the Reliant and the Enterprise C. That's it. So next year is going to be massive for Star Trek in terms of TV, but we're getting less products. And so I've done a video about it all. So yeah, I'm not entirely impressed because of that happening, but I sort of go into a bit more of it on my video that I've done. So I'll probably post that tomorrow, along with my WWE SmackDown review as well. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Star Trek one has run its course. So, I was always wondering whether they cancelled it because of slow sales. Now I know there's a group of me and a couple of friends that collect it, about 5 of us in total, and I know 2 of them now don't collect it at all. And I was said about the Star Trek Online ships. Not one of us said that we were definitely going to collect it. Only myself, I said I may collect some. The rest of there's a couple of us that don't play Star Trek Online. I play Star Trek Online, and so does someone else. But both of us, he's definitely not getting it. But I've said that I may get some. But yeah, he's the rest of them ain't even bothered. But yeah, out of the 5 of us, there's only 3 of us still collecting the Star Trek ships. The other 2 pulled out, sort of. So I'm wondering, and I've spoken to other people online and through the community and stuff, and there's so many people that don't subscribe to it anymore. They sort of stopped collecting it, either a long time ago or very recently. So I'm wondering whether they've pulled the plug or they've done 180 because the interest isn't there. I know it's a very popular line, but I don't think it's as interesting as it used to be. So yeah, I sort of lost. I was excited up until about issue 140. Then I became less excited each month for each issue. I was a bit like, oh right, okay, you know, oh yeah, it's that one. Oh yeah, it's this one. And yeah, there isn't even some that are coming out that are due out that I'm even excited for. There's like, oh, okay. There's not like ones like, oh, I'm definitely getting that one. There's not ones like that for me. I don't know where the lines just become Just tired now. I think that's what's happened to it. But yeah, that's it. Anyone doing the Route Master? I don't do it on my build on my channel, but I do it still. And all I can say is it looks impressive, really impressive now. So we've got the bottom deck's all done, the top deck, the roof is on. We're starting to do the outer frame as well, so that looks really cool as well. But yeah, so I'm only going to be on here for an hour. So I just want to make sure everyone's aware that I'm only going to be on here for an hour. But yeah, I'm going forward into next year. I want to probably discuss it more in depth in my next podcast. But yeah, some messages have come through. Can't wait for it to finish. Yeah, I think a lot of people. There are two sides to it. So a lot of people are like, can't wait for it to finish, and then there's the other side that want it to continue till issue 600, which is ridiculous. I do. What's that? What do you do, Mike? Let us know. Matt, I'm just waiting on Ecto 1 now. Obviously, I'm doing the Terminator and the bus. I think when Ecto comes out, I will do it, but I'm not at the moment in that sort of. I'm still sort of Terminator, Route Master, but Ecto 1 is sort of. I know it will come out, and when it comes out, it'll be great, but I'm not eagerly waiting it. If you know what I mean. Like I suppose I should be, but I just ain't sort of just not very eager to sort of get going. I know some people are. It depends what build you're doing. I find the Terminator 1 is sort of slowed down now. The Terminator 1 for me. Don't know why. I don't know if it's just the parts that are coming, but it just feels to have slowed down. You get like this. You get into sort of the middle area, and you tend to find that it slows down a little bit. But yeah, like with the Route Master, it slowed down. It sort of picked up again. But for me, it slowed down when we were doing, the chairs and the floor and the sides. And then, we've done the destination board. So it was like, oh, it's like, no. And then we're doing the roof and we're doing that. And it's all sort of coming. It's nice when you get a lot of these bits, and then it all comes together and you're kind of like, oh, it's getting good now. It's getting good. And I know some people have said that about the Terminator, that it looks really impressive now. But it's just it's so long to go still. I mean, the Terminator won't be finished until 2021. Yeah. So there's still a long way to go. So I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, we've got one full arm and a shoulder. We've got a little shoulder. We've got the head, except the back piece. And now we're starting on the chest. But when you step back, you kind of go, there's actually quite a lot still to do. There's quite a lot still to do. And we're only on issue 39. So we're not even, I don't even think we're halfway. We're not even halfway through yet. So there's still time. But we do get that. And I see the Ecto as well. So I've seen up to issue 4 of Ecto. And issue 4 is a wheel, just one wheel. So it looks like it's going to the same way as the DeLorean. And also I found really weird that Ecto 1 is going up to issue 141. Yeah. 141. Don't know why. It's just a weird number. You would have thought it'd finish at like 140 or something like that, but no, 141. Weird. I know some people, I've seen on some sites as well, that some people were getting confused with it being issue like 100 issues or 141, but it is 141. It would have been nice if it was like 100 issues, but yeah. I'm not too bothered. I always stick to I broke my rule with the Nissan GTR, which was never to subscribe to stuff. Always pick it up at the newsagents. And yeah, that's what I sort of broke my own rule, and that kicked me to the curb. I feel that too. I picked up my T800 every week. Now I pick them up every 3 weeks. Yeah, obviously I pick them up every week to do the videos, but look, I think the last couple of weeks, especially this week, there was nothing to do, and next week I think there's even less to do. I know it says it's really interesting because it says attaching the shoulders, but I think we're only attaching one, and I don't think we're attaching it to the cage neither. I'm just going to bring the cage up because it's just here. So I don't even, obviously the bit that we're getting sits just in here. But by the looks of it, it looks like we're only going to fit one side, but there's quite a lot. I'm just going to get rid of it. There's quite a lot to go in here still. There's obviously this piston, there's a pistons that sit in here, go up. Then on the chest plate that sits on the front here, there are another couple of pistons that go up. There are wires as well that come off of this, and some more off of the plate as well for the head to be attached. So it's going to be really interesting to see if we attach the head to this or anything like that. But I can only see up to issue 141, and as it stands, it looks like we're still doing a lot of, like I said, there's quite a lot to do inside here. So I'm surprised that they've left the other arm. They haven't started the other arm and the hand. And I thought that's what they were doing, but they're starting on the rib cage. This is thoracic cage, but there is a lot of stuff to do here. There's quite a lot to be packed in here, and I don't think a lot of people realise that there's going to be another piston just here, wires, and then on the chest plate there's another piston that sits in that comes out. I have got a picture on my phone, actually a really good picture of the chest area, because I wanted to make sure I got a good picture of it. There we go. So our build will look very similar to that. So it's on auto focus, but it keeps focusing on me. But I don't know if you can see that. You've got wires coming out. It looks like to be a plate that goes across there. You can see that now. So this piston here that attaches to the arm, this one just here, that attaches to the plate, to the main plate. And then this one at the side here attaches to the inside section. And then, like you said, you've got all these wires as well. And then you've got these pistons that sit on the actual chest plate. So there's actually so much to do for the chest still. So there's lots and lots to do. You know, when you sort of sit down, you go, oh God, I've got quite a lot. We haven't. Well, there is lots. and they will eke it out as well. They won't, that, you know, you might get one or two big pieces, but there won't be a lot of it, like a lot to do. As you saw in this week's issue, it just wasn't enough there, really. And I think next issue is going to be even quicker. This week's issue, it's going to be even faster. But yeah, and then obviously I am at the moment more excited for the Routemaster, though I'm not doing it on my videos on my build channel. I'm much more excited for that. I think it's because it's nearing the end. I think it's 130 issues for the Routemaster, and we're on issue 92 next week, so it is trundling along. Yeah, so I think I'm getting more excited because it's, when you look at it, it's like, oh my God, this looks impressive. One, it looks really impressive. It looks really good. And two, I think it's because it's getting to near the end. That's why it looks good, and that's why I'm more excited. I'm like, oh, I can't believe, one, it's going to be finished, and two, it's getting really good. Where the Terminator is sort of not even halfway through, and we're poddling along, but it seems to be very a slow poddle, if you know what I mean. There's not a lot going on. We haven't even got a list of issues either. We haven't got a list of parts where what they used to do in the DeLorean. So they used to give us parts, and then we used to fit one of those parts. And then the following issue, we would have parts, but we would fit the parts from the previous issue, if you know what I mean. And it was like that. So we was always doing quite a bit, but there was issues where we weren't, but we got quite a lot of parts, but not really doing a lot. And then it sort of built up, and then we had an issue where there was quite a lot to do. So yeah, I'll get my tea at home from the local paper shop. We'll get a base for the T800. We will, yeah. The base comes in it, and I'm just going to prove that. Hang on a second. Everyone should have got one of these. When you subscribed and you got issue 1, you would have got one of these. It's really good to keep hold of. Model complete in 120 issues, it says down there. But it says it does come with a base. It says to operate sounds, lights, and movements as well. So I think the head moves because it says movements right there. I think a lot of people forgot about that. But I'm just trying to hang on. Let it focus. There we go. It says to operate sounds, lights, and movements. So that's going to be interesting. I think it's the head that moves. Now I know some people said that they weren't too sure with stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to read quickly about the base. Actually, I think the movements are the jaw, isn't it? Is that the only movement? I think that might actually be only the movement. But it says movements. And that would only be one, wouldn't it? One movement. But it does, I'm sure it said about the base in here. But yeah, anyway, the base does definitely come with it. Because I asked at I mean, it does say there on the corner, it says your model is displayed on the pressive base. But yeah, so the base comes here. Now, when I asked them, when I saw him at Manchester MCM, and I saw this, and I saw the base, it's huge, by the way. This base is massive, and the lights are quite good, very bright. I asked whether it had come as one piece, and they didn't know. I think they just had salespeople on the table. They didn't really know a lot about it, if you know what I mean. They just wanted people to sign up. But obviously the lights at the bottom here, you can see them just here, and there's another one there. We'll have to install them. So I would imagine that this comes in the pieces, and if not, and it comes as one bit, that's going to be huge. But we will get it as an issue. It will be something. The eyes can move. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about the eyes. Yeah, so the eyes and the mouth. Is that the only thing that's going to be moving? It says touch a button, your T800's endoskeleton jaw will move. Eyes will light up in intense red color and move from left to right. Is that the movements then? It would be cool if we could. I've seen a model ready where someone's got the head moving. That'd be cool if it did that. If that was part of it. But yeah, it's always worth keeping this. This is like the guide that it comes with every subscription that you get, and it's always really worth looking at. But yeah, if you want to know what we've been doing, those pistons that come down are here. Because I think it was you, Mike, that asked where do those pistons go that have come down. So this is the part that we're building, and the pistons that come down are these two just at the side here to his hip. And you can tell that from the shape of the piston. And then, like I said, you've got these lower ones are on the cage. These ones here actually on the plate. And then we've got wires here, and then we've got other ones that are attached as well. There's so much to do on it. There's so much more to come. but it's going to be looking impressive. I mean, once we do attach the arms to this chest, I don't know where I'm going to put it. At the moment, it's on my desk, and I think it's going to be too big to sit on my desk at the minute. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I'll have to find somewhere to place him. But when he's built, we're still rearranging our room here. So there's, we're trying to get Christmas done, and then we're trying to do our rooms. It's manic. There's plastering going on in the house. My wife's gone on a massive sort of, I want all this done. So it's all go here at the moment. But the T800 will go somewhere. Where, I don't know. I'll probably stick it at the end of the bed here, maybe. So my wife wakes up and freaks her out. That'll be good. It won't. Hi everyone, still waiting on issue 27. Yeah, as I said right at the start of this stream, which was half an hour ago, I can't believe I'm still rabbiting on. Hachette have got issue 21 available on their website right now. So if you go onto there, if you're a subscriber, it's a good thing. It probably means it's coming. It means it's coming out. It means it's probably going to be in your next delivery or this month's delivery when it turns up. Also, as well, I did notice actually on the Facebook groups that someone actually posted a photo. They got this month's delivery and they had issue 27. But it is available on their website. You want to get in there quick if you don't subscribe, or if you want it really quickly, because I've got a funny feeling they're gonna disappear really quickly. Hello, all. Terminator 39 looks interesting. Yeah, not really. Though it says we're connecting the shoulders. I'm wondering whether it's the connector for the shoulders, because sometimes when it's written up, it's misleading. A few times I've looked at it and it's gone, oh, you're doing this, or you're doing the fret, and when it's turned up, you're like, well, that's different than what it says. Though we're getting the part to attach the shoulders, I don't think that we're actually going to attach them yet. We may do. I don't think we are. The reason is because there's still, like I said before, there's still a piston to go in here and a spacer in each side. So a piston goes on here each side. There's wires to go in and all of that even before we screw it down. And then we've got the head to go on as well. There's loads to go on this piece. Quite a lot's going on in this little piece. So I don't think we attach the shoulders. I think we attach the connector for the shoulders. I don't think we're actually going to attach the shoulders just yet. Not until we're all ready to lock it in, because otherwise it's just going to flap around, because we're going to be connecting quite a lot into that section. I think the base comes in 4 pieces. Yeah, but when I saw it at MCM Manchester, it did look, it had lines where you look like it connects into 4 bits. So what it looks like is you have the base, and then it looks like the diorama that goes on top of it is extra. It's not attached to the base. It's an extra piece. It almost looks like you get the 4 square pieces, and then you get the diorama piece on top, and then it also looks like there's stuff on top of that diorama as well that we'll be attaching. And then obviously all the wiring will be underneath the base as well, because when I was there, the lights were on and everything like that, but I never saw any wires. So I've got a funny feeling the wires are under the base. It's also worth noting as well, I remember a lot of people saying where the wires go for the head and stuff like that. It's all contained. I think the head is a single unit contained. So when I saw it at MCM, it was complete, and there was no wires. You couldn't see any wires. So I would imagine there's a wires under the base, and there's a separate one in the head as well. We're almost 1/3 way complete. There's so much still to do, though. I think a lot of the work is going into that chest. I think the chest and the base will probably be the place where we do the most work, because I think the legs look pretty simple. Also, the legs look one, like the pistons and the thigh legs are quite big, but they look like they're one piece. So obviously when we get them, we'll find out. X-Wing is nearly is nearing 1/10. Yeah, I don't collect the X-Wing. I collected the R2-D2 and the Millennium Falcon. The X-Wing didn't really do it for me, so I didn't collect it. And then obviously there was the big thing with the X-Wing as well, which I'm going to do in my next video when we do I'm going to do another video in December before Christmas, and we're going to run through the disaster of this year, because I think this year has been a little bit of a disaster for part works. Not what's come out, but what's happening and what's happened. What I'm going to look forward to, and everything else. But yeah, I'll explain why I think that the X-Wing. It's not because I'm not doing it. I just think it was a little bit of a disaster and how it's come about and how it's doing. But yeah, it just didn't appeal. I think a lot more people would have been interested in it if it was in scale with the Falcon. But I think they're movie studio scaled. So the scale model they use to shoot on, I think that's what they're based on. But yeah, I know it's going to have moving parts. It looks really cool. And I did do the test issues, but it just didn't excite me. It just didn't do anything, you know. And I want to do a new build next year. I budget everything. Everything's budgeted, so I can do 2 to 3 part works a year. So I have to plan what I can do. Obviously this year I'm doing the Terminator and the Route Master, and I was going to do the Nissan GTR, but obviously that fell through. So I'm going to do Exo next year, hopefully. I'm not even talking about. I am doing Exo next year. Hopefully they DXDini release the Dodge Charger from Fast and Furious. That is a must. My wife and me are massive petrol heads. Fast and Furious is a brilliant film, so that's a must. And obviously the Iron Man. That's what I'm really hoping for. Now it's really interesting to know that the Dodge Charger has been released in the US and Europe, just has not been released here. And obviously the Iron Man has been released in Europe. So I'm hoping it's released here next year. But that's the 3 I'm planning on doing next year. Obviously, if Eagle Moss bring out the Enterprise D build next year, then I'll be getting that as well. But I don't really know what's going on with that. I know they really want to do it, but the inkling that I got from interviews that I've seen and speaking is that probably won't come out until at least 2021. So not next year, the year after, which is a big bummer. So I mean, all that will be. I'm doing that big. I'm doing something on the Star Trek anyway. A video that I'll probably do tomorrow, but explaining what I think about what's happening merchandise-wise with Star Trek. But yeah, another thing I wanted to discuss as well: Disney Plus. What the hell, Disney? If you're watching, anyone's watching from Disney, what the hell? I want to watch the Mandarin. And it's coming out in March 31st. I think it is March 31st. I mean, that's 5 months. Wait, you know, November, December, January, February, March, 5 months. By which time I do believe the Loki series would have been out, and obviously the whole Mandarin series as well. And I keep seeing spoilers for it, and picture spoilers, and it's so annoying because I really want to watch it, but they really dropped the ball. I think Disney Plus. I think there was something preventing them to come up, because Disney have a deal with Sky, and obviously a lot of their content as well is on Netflix. And I know they pulled a lot of their content from Netflix in the US, but they haven't here. So, and also as well, I want to mention that there was a rumor going around that the Star Trek series the whole series was leaving Netflix. It's only the animated series that is leaving Netflix, not the whole lot. And I know some people were getting really, oh my God, I can't believe Star Trek's leaving Netflix. It's not. But yeah, I really want to watch the Star Wars Mandarin. It looks so cool. And then they've got the animated Marvel series as well coming out called What If, which is like the what would happen if this would happen and stuff like that. It looks so good, and I want to watch it, but I've got to wait until March. I might do the Ecto 1 and Iron Man build. Well, Ecto 1 and Iron Man definitely. Well, I say that. I say, you know, if I had to pick between the Dodge Charger Ecto 1 and Iron Man, and they said only pick the two, it would be the Dodge Charger and Iron Man. And if they only said one, it'd have to be the Iron Man. But because they come out at all different times, it sort of spreads out a lot. You know, I'm hoping that Ecto 1 comes out and then the Dodge Charger comes out months down the line. I'm hoping, because I think the Route Master finishes in, I think it's June. I think the Route Master finishes in June. So that'll free up cash as well. So I'm hoping that the Dodge Charger waits till then. Why do you think the infamous issue 20 is taking so long to come through? Don't know. I do not know. I don't have contacts with Hachette, so I don't know. And I picked up mine from the newsagents like normal. You know, I always pick them up on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. At that time, I was picking them up on Tuesday, and it was there Tuesday. Bang. So there was no issue. See, this is what I said on. Now, I also do a T800 podcast for the T800 build, and I said on there that it's BS. I don't know what happened, because the company don't tell us anything, so it leaves us speculating. But them say, I think they came out with there was a printing issue or something like that. I've got the magazine. So I fit the part perfectly. There was nothing wrong with the part, and there was nothing wrong in the magazine, and I got it fine. So I don't know why people from the newsagents got it, and some people got it from the online shop. Something behind the scenes went on. So we'll never know. We'll never know. But like I said, it's on their website. It's on Hachette's shop website now, so you can order it right now. And I would imagine that if it's come up to buy through their web shop, it obviously means that it's coming through. So I'm hoping that everyone gets it, and issue 41 sorts out the loose finger problem, and then we can go on with this build without any more hassle, because that, yeah, it doesn't look good, and obviously people get frustrated, but you will get your issues. You definitely will get your issues. I know the Agostini had problems with the R2D2 as well, I do believe, and they dropped the ball as well. You know, you say, oh no, they've dropped the ball in this one. They really dropped the ball in the R2D2, because I remember it finishing, and then no one could operate it because you needed the app for the phone to operate it, and the app didn't come available. It was supposed to be launched before it finished. It wasn't. Then it just seemed to take forever. Then they said they were going to bring out a battery pack for the R2, which after a month of waiting, after it finished, I had to order from elsewhere, because the Agostini, I don't even, because obviously I've built it and I sort of left all that now. I don't even know if the Agostini still have a battery pack for it, though they said they were going to. And the app took, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks, a month as well, to come through. And then when it did come out, it was full of bugs, and they had to fit. Then it was available only on iPhone devices or only on Android, and then it went to the Apple Store, and it was a disaster. And this was after it had finished. So we had one that didn't have any batteries, and one that we couldn't operate for about a month after it finished. So these problems occur, and that is why they're not too bad when they do prop up. I'm like, okay, we start to build a left arm. What issue 41 is it? Is that? Because we've done the right hand and arm, and we've done the right. Where are we going? Oh, I'm trying to figure out now. Yeah, I'm sure we've done the right. Yeah, we've done the right arm and the right shoulder, and we've done the left shoulder. I know we've got to do left arm, but like I said, we seem to be concentrating a lot on that on the cage, on the thoracic cage. So there is quite a lot to do in that area. So I don't know. Is that 41 though? Is that issue? I haven't really looked at it. I should really look further forward, but I haven't. My issue 26 was late from the news agents, but 5 weeks I had issue 27 as normal. Yeah, the news agents that I use, he's a little corner shop guy. He's literally a shutter goes up and he's got papers and a little bit of sweets. It's really tiny, probably about as big as this area. It's really small, but he is so spot on. One of my Route Master magazines didn't come in. I think it was issue 87, and without me even asking, he said it hasn't come in. He goes, "Don't worry, I've messaged them," and he goes, "It'll be here tomorrow." And I turned up, and there it was. Also, as well, you pick yours up from the news agents. Now, I went. When was it? It was I think it was 2 weeks ago. I had a. I think it was issue 37. Yes, I think it was issue 37. I had a call from my news agents on a Friday, and he told me, he said, "I've got a Terminator binder here." And I said, "What? Binder?" So I said, "I'll come down." So I went down to him, and there it was, the T800 binder, $7.99, I believe it was, or $8.99. I think it was $8.99 actually. And I just said, "No, I don't want it." So he sent it back. But I was really surprised that came out, that he actually got one, because I thought only subscribers got that. But I was really surprised that he had one. But he had one. But I don't put anything in binders. Like I said, I keep all the magazines until the issues, until it's complete, the model's complete, and then they all go straight into recycling. That's where they go afterwards. So I've got no DeLorean magazines and no R2-D2 magazines. They're all in the recycling. So I keep them until the build's finished, and then there's no need to keep them anymore. I get my collection from WH Smith's. Yeah, I know a few people do. My brother collects the Conquest magazines, because me and my brother play Warhammer 40,000. My wife plays Age of Sigmar. But yeah, so my brother collects Conquest, and he's had a few problems with WH Smith actually when he's missed an issue, and he said, "Has it been reordered and all this?" And they said it has, and it's just taken a very long time. They don't seem to be on the ball, isn't it? I don't really know why. I don't know if it's just because they don't know what you're talking about. And that really bugs me when you go into shops as well, you know, into toy shops and stuff like that, and you're looking for something specific, and they look at you as if you're an alien, and they don't understand what you're talking about. It does bug me. That's why I love going to conventions and talking to like-minded people, because they know what you're going on about. Where some people don't. It does annoy me very slightly. But yeah, I'm going to be going off soon, because I've nearly been doing this an hour. I said I would only do it an hour, so I'm going to keep to that, because I think you can go on a bit. But yeah, so when I do my next build, I'm just going to bring up actually my calendar just to check when I do my next podcast before Christmas. Yeah, it'll probably be the 20th, Friday the 20th of December, and I'm going to do a rundown of what I'm doing. I've done it here really, but just to go through what I've been doing and what's happening. I also collect the Bismarck, but I'm missing issue 32. Have you tried their website? I don't collect the Bismarck, just because one, it doesn't appeal to me, and two, it's just, I mean, that goes quite far down, but I think it's as long as that. I think it's over 1.5 meters long. That is massive, and it's die cast as well, so it's going to be so heavy. Me and my brother is also getting Warhammer 40,000 too. Yeah. My brother he's got Iron Fists. Imperial Fists. I've got Blood Angels. And I know the series has got Ultramarines, but obviously you can paint them whatever color you want. But yeah, I collect, or my army, I should say, is Blood Angels. My brother's is the Yellow Army, which is Iron Fist. Though he has just started picking up the Salamanders. He started painting some of his green for Salamanders. They're actually quite good. I've got to say, it's on eBay, but it's double the price. It's supply and demand. If you collect from the newsagents, have they put in a back order for you? Because if they have, then you will probably get it. But with WH Smiths, you have to make sure that they've actually done that. Like I said, my brother, when he said, "Oh, it's not come in," they said, "Oh, it's just not come in," and that's it. And I said, I went in with him the next day, the next week, and it still wasn't there. So I said, "Has it been back ordered?" And when she checked the system, it hadn't been. So it got back ordered, and he got it the following week. So if I was you, I'd make sure that they've actually back ordered that, and if they have, you'll probably end up getting it. But yeah, I don't know why some of these issues, or they've had some issues with supplying them. I don't really know why. But yeah, it's all just a bit up in the air. But I will explain that on the 20th of December. So that's when I'm going to come back next, just before Christmas. And there's probably going to be lights and flashy lights and Christmassy. And I'm going to wear a Christmas hat, Santa hat. I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Who doesn't like Christmas? It's great. But yeah, I was expecting as well. Now they do Zavvi do a bundle, a Star Trek graphic novel bundle. I think you get 10 graphic novels for £20. I was like, that's mad. So I ordered it, and it's been, the date's been pushed back, so I don't know when that's coming, but when it does, I'll be doing an unboxing video on that. I got Chaos Army. Yeah, some of our friends, I mean, we've fought in quite big battles. Yeah, a lot of people get really like my wife goes, "Oh, I'll go off to Games Workshop, and I'm there for like 4 or 5 hours." And my wife's like, "You've been gone 4 or 5 hours." I said, "I know, I've been doing one battle." She goes, "Surely it doesn't take that long," because she plays Age of Sigmar, which is quicker gameplay. And I'm like, yeah, that's how long it takes. Interested in Rise of the Skywalker movie? I don't know. It's a difficult one, though. I did like Rogue One, and I liked the Solo movie, though I know a lot of people hated them. The Last Jedi, I think that was the last one, was it? That was awful. I don't know. I am actually, like I said, I'm more excited for the Mandarin on Disney Plus. I want Disney Plus. Oh, it's so annoying. But I'm actually more excited for that than Rise of Skywalker. I will probably wait to go and see that. I normally go to the cinema the day after Boxing Day for any Christmas films that I want to see, so I may see it then. But I'm not like I need to go and see it. It's not like I was with Endgame and Infinity War, where I went to the midnight showings. But yeah, next year I don't even know what films are coming out next year that I'm sort of I need to go and see. And there was all this big build up as well for Dark Fate, the Terminator. Me and my brother went to see it, and it was okay. Controversial, I know, but I thought Terminator Salvation was better than that, and obviously it flopped. So I'd like to see another one, but I think that it's gone. I think they should do a series like they did with the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I think they need to do a series. Netflix, Amazon, they're all there. There's some exciting stuff coming. There's the animated Fast and Furious series that I really want to see. I think that's early next year on Netflix. And you also got on Netflix as well next year, I want to see, is the animated Jurassic Park as well. So Godzilla versus Kong sometime in 2020. Yep. The latest Godzilla one was all right. Though I've liked those sort of films anyway. It's having a total disaster movie style, isn't it? It's just that sort of movie. But yeah, I think next year I don't really like. There's a few things I'm excited for. Obviously, the Star Trek Picard series, Lower Decks, and stuff like that. I'm excited for next Wednesday, the new Rick and Morty on E4. I'll be watching that. I like old Rick and Morty. Yeah, so I'm excited for them. But yeah, I just don't feel like there's anything. Like, what sort of other films are there next year? I mean, I don't know. Is there any Marvel ones? Just trying to think. Is there any Marvel films next year? I would imagine there will be, but I can't even remember if there's any. Oh, Black Widow? I think that's next year, isn't it? But I'm not really excited for that. Though I went to see Spider-Man Homecoming, and I was surprised with that. I liked Mysterio. I've ordered Mysterio. Hot Toys Mysterio I've ordered, and that comes out not next year, year after, 2021. I've already pre-ordered that, so I'm hoping to get that. But yeah, I think they need to do another Transformer movie. Obviously, I have Bumblebee. I've done a review on this guy. He's so cool. But I'm hoping to get a few more from 3-0. I've got that one. I've got that Bumblebee there. Yep. A big one. And I've got Optimus Prime. He's downstairs. He goes back there. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up now. Thanks for everyone for joining and obviously supporting me and chatting. That's all. I love doing all of this sort of stuff. Yeah, so my next live stream will be on the 20th of December. And I'll be discussing the disaster of this year and looking brighter into next year. And obviously wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, but that'll be next time. But yeah, that is what I'll be doing on the 20th. And obviously by then we would have had issue 41 of the Terminator build, so the floppy fingers would all be sorted, and hopefully everyone would have received issue 27 as well. And that's it. Like I said, thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting me and watching me and everything else. And I hope to see you again. Hope to see you next time. But until then, we'll see you at the next video. Yep.